Starting off, I begin to cover a greater amount of distance in a shorter amount of time. This can be shown as an upwards curve on a graph. That is because my speed is increasing. Eventually, I reach a constant cruising speed, which is never over 50 kilometers an hour. No, never, never over 50. Unless, of course, when it's over 60. Oh, only joking. You can always tell, of course, when you've reached a constant speed because the curve is a straight line. Yes, and you must always keep a very good lookout in case anything untoward should happen. Yeah. Good grief! What do you know? This calls for an emergency stop! Sorry about that, old chap. Oh dear, almost caught that little critter. Lady Gideon would never have forgiven me. Yes, she's a founder member of the RSPCA, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Aristocrats. Ha ha! Only joking, of course. Right then, the wonderful thing about making a graph of your journey is, here's my graph, is that at any point along this curve, you can work out your speed. You see, this is the point where I started off. Here's nothing there. I gradually gained speed, and this straight line is my constant speed. Then I slowed up because that little critter jumped down in front of me. Look, there you are. He's squashed on that line there. Or not, as the case may be. What if, for example, I wanted to work out my constant speed? Well, that's this straight line here. All I do is I draw a line from the beginning down to the time axis. There you are. That's the beginning of my constant speed, and then my constant speed ends around about there. There you are. I'll draw another line down. Smashing, and that gives me my time during my constant speed, which is 50 minus 20. That's 30 seconds, which of course is half a minute, if you're clever. If I want to find out for how far I travelled at a constant speed, I draw another line across here. There we are. Goes to 200, and another line. I trace it across. There we are. Reach 700. There we go. Right. So in order to find out the distance I travelled at my constant speed, it's 700 minus 200, which of course is 500. And that time there was 30 seconds. That's half a minute. Now, 500 meters is of course half a kilometre. 30 seconds is half a minute.
Speed equals distance over time. So that's 500 metres divided by 30 seconds, which is 16.7 metres per second.
So what's that? That's 60 kilometres an hour. Well, we can't all be perfect, can we? Anyway, yes, when that little critter ran out, of course, I slammed on the anchors, slammed them on, and there we are. I slowed to a halt, but of course the time was still ticking. So my line carries on, but I'm not moving, so it's flat. A little bit like I'll be when Mrs. getting clapped around the head for being late. And with that in mind, I have to bid you farewell. Ta-ra, toodle pip, and thank you. Ta-ra.